The year was 1945, days after the United States dropped atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Japan's army in China was scrambling to retreat and destroy evidence of its war crimes, including the secret biological warfare branch, Unit 731, based in Harbin. Facilities were demolished, documents burned, and all prisoners killed. While senior officials made it safely back to Japan, more than 600,000 Japanese troops from its Kwantung Army were captured by the Soviet Red Army and sent back to the USSR as prisoners of war. Seeking evidence of Japan's use of biological weapons, Soviet investigators questioned more than 1,000 detainees in prison camps, eventually identifying over 200 individuals linked to Unit 731. One of the key figures who confessed was Major General Kiyoshi Kawashima. He was a Tokyo Medical School graduate and former head of the Kwantung Army's Medical Corps. According to his testimony, under Emperor Hirohito's orders, Unit 731 expanded to more than 3,000 members, with branch units spread across the northeast China. Their goal was to help Japan win the war by any means, from developing biological weapons to be used on its enemies to creating remedies for its own troops. In the process, experiments were conducted on captured civilians, including Chinese, Russians, and others. One area of research focused on frostbite, aimed at developing treatment to help Japanese soldiers withstand extreme cold in battles against the Soviet Union. Recently released Soviet documents transferred to China's Central Archives include testimony from a medical orderly named Matsuo Osawa, who described the hellish ordeals suffered by test subjects. Victims first had their fingers frozen until they turned black, before being amputated to study tissue damage. A few days later, they were stripped naked and placed in cooling chambers. Most of them froze to death, with additional body parts cut off for examination. If a victim still survived, they were treated to recover, only to be killed in further experiments by being infected with cultivated pathogens. As Kawashima testified, no one came out of Unit 731 alive.
Reading this section was deeply shocking. This was not a single experiment on a living person. The tests were carried out in stages over multiple days. Even when someone was close to death, they were used again as a vessel for further biological experiments. It pushed the use of living humans to the extreme.
The testimonies reveal not only unspeakable cruelty, but systematic planning and industrial-scale biological warfare program. In 1949, the Soviets put 12 defendants on trial in Khabarovsk. They all pleaded guilty. It was the only prosecution focused specifically on biological war crimes in history. In releasing the files, China's Central Archives said revisiting the Khabarovsk trial reflects a stand towards history. Japan's biological warfare, it said, remains a shared human trauma. And as biological weapons continue to pose global risks, the documents serve as a reminder of why confronting the past still matters today.